Welcome to the channel, Daphne Treks. I'm Will,
I'm Gloria.
and this is our Defender 90 and Expedition Trader.
In 2023, we traveled in our self-built expedition truck to Morocco for 3 months. And this year, we will start another journey to Eastern Europe in our Defender 90 and the trailer. Please follow us to our new adventure. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment.
Hi everyone, just going to give a little Defender update. This is my Defender 90. One of the problems with those who use Defenders, we know that the heat from the exhaust comes up through the cab and it gets extremely hot. Let me show you where it's coming from and where the heat is actually dissipating to. When the engine's running, all the heat from the exhaust comes through the driver's side and actually comes up through the seat base here and the tunnel for the gearbox. In this area here, it's extremely hot. So you've always got to have the fan on to try and cool it down, and it gets extremely unbearable in the hot weather. So let me show you where it's actually coming from. So if we go now underneath the Land Rover, as you can see, directly underneath the seat where the driver sits is the exhaust. And all this heat from this exhaust is going up through the seat base. So there's the exhaust, and that there is the seat base, and that's where all the heat is going. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cover that with reflective aluminium. This is the aluminium sheeting, solid of adhesive back. I'm just going to stick that to the underside of the heat box, and it should reflect the heat back underneath the Land Rover and out the way, so the driver's seat doesn't get heated up. I'll show you what it's like when it's fixed. Back into the Land Rover now. I finished covering everything in the aluminium mat. Let me show you, that's the exhaust, and there's the aluminium mat. Not brilliant, I know, because I'm underneath the Land Rover trying to film it, but as you can see, it goes all the way up and across the top of the gearbox tunnel, so no heat can get caught in there. At the front where the catalytic converter is, I've coated that, so that should reduce the heat problem. I had some mat left over, which I've put on the passenger side as well, just to keep the heat from the gearbox coming up through their footwell. Hopefully that will cure the problem a little bit. Well, we'll soon tell when we get some really hot weather. Thank you for watching. Next upgrade to our Defender, we're going to put a rear awning on. It's only a 1.4, well, it says 1.4, but it actually measures 1450, and it's from direct 4x4. It's just a small pull-out awning. It's going to be on the back of the Land Rover. It's going to go from here to here. It means that when we use the rear door table, we'll be under cover. And also it means that when we put the trailer at 90 degrees to the Land Rover at camp setup, it means when we open all the drawers to the kitchen, they'll all be under cover as well. I'll show you it once we've put it up. The awning is now fitted to the back of the Land Rover. The actual brackets are fitted to the underside of the roof rack, which keeps the awning very low, so it's only just above the Land Rover. So now the only thing that sticks above it is the spare wheel, so it should reduce the damage. And as you can see, being a 1400, it's within the line of the Land Rover. I'll show you it open. There, really easy. I'm only 5'5", but because I've put it lower on the back of the Land Rover, it means I can still do it from the ground and I don't need a store to stand on. There, hope you like it. Hi, welcome back. Just like to give a little update. What I'm trying to do is we have one of these water containers that we're going to use on the road for our drinking and cooking. So what I want to do is I want to take one of these tops that comes with it and I want to cut this off. The reason being is we have one of these 12 volt USB chargeable little taps. Came from Temu, 12 quid, but it works brilliantly. So what I want to do is I want to modify the bottom so that I can actually have a screw top fixed to here, so that when I put it on top of the can, it stays permanent and it screws in. So let me just show you what I'm going to do. So what I've got to done is the one that has the tap on, what I do is I cut it off so that the hole in here for the water to go through slides on the bottom of here. It's almost a perfect fit. I got a little, you can see it there, plastic ring which I pushed on really tight, and it's got a rubber washer between it. Now that little plastic ring actually came off of a hose connection to a tap that you screw on. Just happens to be a perfect size. So what it means now is that I've pushed it on, I've put the rubber clip in, and as you can see, the top is now permanent. So what I do now is when I go to site, when we do our camping, I'll take the can, take the top off, drop this in. As you can see, it just screws on. It allows you to put the tap in the right place. Now let me show you. All I have to do now, press this button. As you can see on the camera, we have running water straight from a tap, so it's easy to do the cooking and get drinking water. There's just a modification I wanted to do. I know we could have used the one with the tap, but the problem with that is it's so tight. You always need three hands, two to hold the can and one to move the tap. So I think this is a lot better design. It's a good modification, and it means that we can undo it at the end of the little camping session. Put the cap back on and the can's back to normal again as an ordinary water can. Thanks for watching. Hope it helps everyone.